Hello, everyone. Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. This is Petal. Hope you are all doing fantastic. Hope you're having a great weekend. Happy Saturday. Oh my goodness. Again, we are full, we are fed, we have been fed in so many ways in with this incredible games. I mean, Dusseldorf has just laid out the red carpet. They have just knocked themselves out. I mean, anything you want to put out there, they have done such a great job hosting these games. It is just like I am overloaded with information, and it's just so wonderful to see. And of course, yesterday was our fave Harry's birthday, and oh my goodness, what a wonderful, wonderful time had by all. I am just like amazed. I love this picture in the middle. It's this Harry when he was lining up to present the medals to the cyclists, and he is in formation with the military. And even though he is not in uniform, you could see him in uniform. I mean, the posture, the also to the glasses, he just stands up straight, and is sometimes I forget how tall Harry really is. He's really tall. And it's funny because his friend David Weissman is even taller. I mean, they're very tall people. And Megan just looks like this little thing right next to him. But it's wonderful. I mean, oh my goodness. I mean, I love those photos. Of course, the two on the right are from the opening ceremony. The one on the bottom is from when they were watching a sport, and those hands are David's hands right there. Um, and of course, that's Harry at the top cheering for whatever sport he was cheering at the moment. But I just love those pictures of, representing so many sides of Harry. And I am just like, I'm so happy that he was with his Invictus family yesterday. They all celebrated. And I'm just like, go, Harry. You know, you pick your family, you pick the people that you wanted to be around for this special day, and it could not have been a more appropriate place and the more appropriate people to spend your special day with. And they just loved up on him all day. It was just so many happy birthdays. And it's just like Harry was like, I love the picture in the bottom. Harry was like, oh God, not another birthday, happy birthday song. And Megan, and like this is another one where the top with Megan, they were at another event that was earlier in the day when Megan was like encouraging him because he just got really embarrassed. And it just is so, and I totally understand that. I am horrible with birthdays and birthday songs, and it's for me it's embarrassing. And so I totally relate to Harry being like, oh my God, these are my embarrassing family members again, you know. And the in the middle is when he was hanging out with Team Poland, and Team Poland sang him happy birthday. Then they also sang it in Polish too. And it was just really, and they presented him with something. Obviously, don't know what it is, but he got a present from them. And Megan obviously encouraging him again. It's like, it's okay to enjoy, He got so bashful. And then the picture at the end was, at the actually in between the not in between, but in the middle of, I think there was a break in the sitting volleyball. Oh my gosh, we'll get to sitting volleyball later, but oh my goodness, what a match. And the whole stands again wished him happy birthday. And that's the picture in the bottom left where he was so embarrassed. And that's him sitting next to Johnny Mercer, and also to with David sitting over there. Those two are in the white, and Megan is there, and they're all like encouraging him. And I love the fact that they were drinking beer and all of that stuff. So I could only imagine how much fun they had celebrating Harry's birthday. And then they sang. The picture on the far right is them singing, just in case you didn't see the videos, it's on social media. That's him singing, them bringing him down and wishing him a happy birthday, singing happy birthday, and also then singing it in German, and then also presenting him with that birthday cake. And the birthday cake was amazing. I mean, look at this birthday cake in the bottom. This is amazing. I'm just like, they thought of, I was going to move my banner. And, if you have not subscribed to us, go ahead and subscribe, as the banner said before I move it. Click the notification bell and like and share this video. Please help us grow our channel. That's all. That'd be awesome. So I'm going to move it there so you see the birthday cake a little bit better. And that is a birthday. I was just like, I saw it. I'm like, whoever made this cake is just absolutely amazing. They just made Harry to the T. Now, I've never seen Harry with a yellow cap. I've seen him with the black Invictus cap, but I feel it. I feel it. They got the jeans. They got the cookie there as the table tennis racket. And all the games like the dumbbells and the basketball. I mean, they got it to a T. I was like, how did they make this cake? This is amazing. Talk about genius talent. And even like the archery, thing there at the back of him. It is absolutely like the genius. I think that's probably the best cake I've seen, and all the river swirls that they have there. I mean, everything. And so that was from the games. And I think also the volunteers participated in that. They gave him a volunteer t-shirt and all of that. So I'm going to post the links in the show notes so you can see the videos just in case you haven't seen it. And then the mayor of Dusseldorf presented him with this cake on the right. At first, when I saw it, I was like, oh, what is that? And then I realized, like, oh, it's a cake. It's the mayor of Dusseldorf's cake to Harry. And of course, that's the mayor. We remember Harry going to meet him, and they're having a reception at the mayor's office. And tons of people were out there, to see Harry. But it was just so amazing. Like, those are two of the most amazing cakes. I was just like, ooh, I'm not even a cake person. I'd want to taste it. But they did a fantastic job. I wonder what the middle looks like, But away from the cake, here I am, vegan, don't even eat cake. And I'm like, I want to taste this. And I love that Harry, along with just celebrating with everyone at the games, and is that his friends were there. His friends flew in. Like, we saw, like, at the Hague, they also flew in when he was hanging out with them. But Nikki Scott at the top there, you see him with Meghan. They were all sitting together. So, but this photo just has him sitting right next to Meghan, and then right next to Meghan is Harry. We can't see the photo, obviously. And so that Nikki, you remember Nikki from the Harry and Meghan docu-series. He was the one that talking about Harry. He's Harry's childhood friend from school. And he was also at the bottom picture. You also saw him visiting Harry in California. They are really great friends. And also, that's obviously that same picture we just saw with Harry, Meghan. That's Johnny Mercer in the middle. He is a veteran. He is, I think, the head of the veterans. I can't think, committee or something in the UK. I forget it's his exact title, but he is there's also a friend and a fellow vet of Harry's. He is he was an MP, I think, and he's not doing that anymore. He works for the Veteran Affairs in the UK. And obviously that's David next. So they were all having a great time and basically singing happy birthday and embarrassing Harry. And then at the top one is Harry finally stands up. And that you can see at the bottom right of the top picture, you can also see JJ, a bit of JJ's head. So, and then at the bottom picture, we see Misan is now in Dusseldorf. And it's so funny because at the beginning of the week, Misan was actually in California, in Palo Alto, at an Apple conference. He posted pictures of him and Tim, whatever his name is, who's the head of Apple. So he was doing an Apple conference in California. So I remember when he posted it, I was like, I hope we get to see you in Dusseldorf by the end of it. And so I was so happy when I saw pictures of him. Here he is with Harry and Meghan security. He's doing photography, and we'll see a couple of his photos in a minute. But he is there. I remember the amazing photos that Misan took last year at The Hague. And I'm like, I wish Misan would be the official photographer for the Invictus Games because his photos are so amazing. And so, those are just the people that I saw and recognized. But I'm sure there were others as well who, along with Harry and Meghan's team, friends of theirs that came to celebrate his birthday. But I'm so happy to see his besties there with him and Meghan, and just, that he's just so loved and so embraced. And it's just, I mean, I was just like, you go, Harry. I'm so happy that he is with his family, the family he chose to have, the family that, that love and value him. And that's the thing too. It's kind of like, go where you're valued, go where people respect you, respect your humanity, and value your humanity. And that's basically what him and Meghan have done. And I love that. I love the embrace that they have for the Invictus family, and also the love that the Invictus family have for them. So what else do we have? Oh yeah, so we were just talking about Misan Harriman and Misan's photos. And so Misan posted these today. And oh my goodness, I'm telling you, this is why I love Misan's work. I mean, I don't know why they came out so light and here it's really a bit dark. And but Misan does a lot of black and whites. A lot of his photos are black and whites. And it just, I mean, talk about capturing the essence of the games and who Harry is. And I love this photo of Harry at the top there with the medal. It's just standing up straight. I mean, this is a soldier, and there is something so powerful about him. And of course the bottom one is who he is. I mean, Harry's all love and hugs. And so, and Meghan, they're proudly supporting him, and it's so wonderful. Absolutely. I mean, Misan does such an incredible job, and with his photos. And so it just, I mean, again, I really, really hope that he becomes, I mean, I don't know if it's something that he would want to do, but he definitely comes on the second half. Like Chris Jackson does the first half of it seems, and Misan comes in and does the second half. And so I just hope, that Misan is the official photographer. Don't get me wrong, Chris Jackson does really good work, but I think Misan captures, there's a quality of Misan's work that he captures the humanity of a person, that he's not just a photographer, he's an artist, and he's able to capture and highlight even in a crowd of people. He uses depth of field photography really, really well. You could see in like the blurring of the background, and so to zone in on the person that he is focused on, it is just, he does it so well that it just captures your heart. And again, it done in black and white is amazing. So I mean, kudos to Misan for incredible work. I know some people are like, I don't like Chris Jackson's work because it's blurred and whatever. I understand, but understand Chris Jackson, a lot of his work is on Getty. He sells his work on Getty, or he's worked for Getty, however they will do it. So he's not going to put his resolution, the resolution of the photos that he puts online is not going to be the resolution he is selling. Just remember that he is selling his work. And so even though he posts some of that online, it's going to be at a reduced resolution, because you're not going to put your full resolution online, because you're selling it and you want the full for the ones people purchase. So that's just to explain a little bit why the resolution it seems like, why is it so blurry and dull? It's like, yeah, because you got to pay for the real one. So that's kind of what he does. So yeah. But Misan is, I mean, again, they have two different styles, and I appreciate both styles. And I know some people are like, he just done the William and Kate's photo, and then he William and Kate's photo thing, and then now he's in Invictus. He has a great relationship with both of them. And, some people just not interested in having to choose one or the other. He has been photographing the Sussexes long before they left. They seem to like him. They, and so he is there. He did it last year. He's doing that. He seemed to have a great relationships with both the Waleses and the Sussexes, and that's still perfectly fine. He doesn't have to choose. Why should he? So we should, it's like people just leave people be. I guess some of these things you just have to let people be, and that's his choice, and I respect that, and kudos for him. He's there to take photographs. He's not there to take sides between two people that he obviously care about, two couples that he obviously care about. So yeah. And but for me, great work from both. My heart is just with Masan's work because, again, that's something for me as an artist. That's a thing that captures my heart. So kudos, I love his work. um, and it's so funny. So many people and so many, news outlets and all of these things were wishing Harry happy birthday yesterday. But it's very funny, not funny, but there were quite a few of these outlets that, or at least Twitter accounts that posted to wish Harry happy birthday. One of them, and there were quite a few of them, of these community centers, it says, making sure disabled veterans are empowered is just one of our passions. That is why the Fort Lauderdale Community Center, FLCC, which would like to wish a happy birthday to Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, creator of the Invictus Games. May many, many more to come. And that's what they're about focusing on mental health for disabled veterans. And so I love the fact that these kind of organizations are recognizing him and so wishing him happy birthday. That's just one out of a ton of them. I just, it's like, just take one. Cuddles for Cancer. I think this is the young lady that we've talked about before. And that, she was also part of the Diana Awards that always wishes them happy birthday. She's so adorable. And so it says, happy birthday, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Thank you for your leadership, compassion to others, and your dedication to making the world a better place. Faith Dickinson. So, and also I guess she's a squatty because, I saw it yesterday online at Sarah. Is her handle. And so I don't know if these are her photos or if she took these photos, but she's the one that posted it. So I gave her credit for it. But different people at The Hague, I'm sorry, not The Hague, hello, in Dusseldorf, made handmade posters for Prince Harry. And I love that people took the time out of their day to make handmade happy birthday postcards for Harry. And also, we love you, Meghan and Harry. I'm like, those are squatties. Those are absolute squatties. And I love it. And so thank you, Sarah, for posting this. And I think my all-time favorite tweet of the day is this tweet is from Maple Leafs Field. I had never seen it before on Twitter, but I love it. It says, never assume a man of peace doesn't understand the art of war. Happy birthday to a true king. And they use the I've seen this before on Twitter. It says, if standing up for yourself if standing up for yourself burns a bridge, I have matches. We ride at dawn. And I love that. If standing up for yourself burns a bridge, I have matches. We ride at dawn. And I mean, I don't know. There's something about that. That's like, yeah, we are going to be your ride or die, Harry. That's my tweet of the day. I love it. Never assume a man of peace doesn't understand the art of war. And again, Harry is military. So yeah, that's enough said on that. But I absolutely love it. And also talk about Johnny Mercer. He, that's him there with Harry yesterday when they were watching that spot of, and you see JJ's head there as well, part of their birthday celebration, but also watching the sitting volleyball match. And Johnny Mercer, again, he was a conservative politician in the UK. He was I think he was an MP or something, and he is now with with Veterans Affairs in the UK, and they have been working to try to get the UK government to delete or to take away the fee that foreign-born soldiers who served in the British military, who've given their lives in the British military and are serving in the British military now. In order for them to get visas, they still have to pay. And so Johnny Mercer has been working to get the government to take away that fee so that these men and women who have given up their lives and are serving with the British military will not have to pay this fee. And so he spoke to Omid in Harper's Bazaar. I'm just going to move my brand there so I can read this properly. And so he Omer did an article about this yesterday. It says a spokesman for the Duke of Sussex confirmed to Bazaar.com that the royals have backed efforts to end immigration fees for foreign-born United Kingdom veterans who wish to remain in the country. Former British Defense Minister Johnny Mercer revealed to politicians that he had spoken to Harry about the matter on Monday evening, adding that the Duke told him it is morally right to change current rules. Speaking in the House of Parliament in London on Tuesday, the Conservative politician and former British Army officer asked for ministers to waive the £2,389 or $3,162 visa fee for foreign and Commonwealth military personnel and their families who have served for a minimum of 5 years. He added, "The Duke said to me, it is not morally right. It is not only morally right, but would mean so much to those who have given so much. And it's not a political intervention. It's a moral purpose of this. It's the moral purpose of this. It's almost an effortless change," as he said, "for this government to make for us to finally see through that what we've said to these people for so long because we owe it to them. There are brothers and sisters. They served with us over many, many years." And again, it's as Harry was saying to Johnny, is that it's morally right. These men and women from other countries like Afghanistan who served with the British military, men and women from the Commonwealth countries, again, the Commonwealth countries, they still, if they want to remain in the UK after they've served all this time, they still have to pay $3,162 or £2,389 for visas. This is ridiculous. As Harry's saying, they are our brothers and sisters. They serve with us over many, many years. This is how you treat them. As Johnny, further in the article, Johnny was saying, what we're saying to these people is that I need to make money off of you. I need to make a profit off of you so you could stay in our country. Well, this is what they're telling people. This is what they're telling these men and women who sacrifice their lives to fight for and with the British military. And it's deplorable. And would you know it? In true British Tory fashion, they voted this down. So this has not changed. They voted it down, I think, 270 something to 259. They voted this down. And so they refused to take away this fee. So British veterans are still going to have to pay this fee in spite of this plea from Johnny and from Prince Harry and I'm sure others. The Tory government still put that in place. They are going to make money off of these soldiers from the Commonwealth and other countries who came in and served with and for the British military. This is beyond disgraceful. It is so beyond disgraceful. And so when you see a lot of these people and you see the British government completely ignore, and the royal family completely ignore British soldiers, you see, this is, if that's how they treat their own, it's no surprise then that they would do this to other people from other country who came and served for them. These people are the most ungrateful, despicable people I have ever come across. Absolutely despicably ungrateful. Thank you, Johnny. Even though Johnny, as you can see, he's also a conservative, but he's definitely has the heart. I mean, he's also a veteran. So he also definitely has the heart of veterans and in their well-being at heart, just like Harry does. And so, it's really deplorable. Absolutely deplorable how the British treat their military. It's at this point, I'm like, British military, y'all may want to, speak up and let these people know how you feel about how you've been treated. and not let them get away with it. You're the ones putting your lives on the line for these to protect your country. Speak up and let your voice be heard about how you've been treated by the British government and the royal family. And apart from Harry, no other royals, as I know of, have been speaking out to make sure that that this situation, it changes. Only Harry, and it's just and it's great because in the article, Johnny was saying how he sought out Harry because, again, they all respect Harry's view and he knows what Harry has done in this space. And so it's really, really sad. I'm hoping that something happens where they change this, but right now, as of yesterday or whatever they voted for it, the fee stands. So, anyways, moving on, and Harry and Meghan, I'm just change of pace here. I just love the way Harry looks at Meghan is just I just love their love, and and how the way she looks at him. I mean, there's so much respect. And I love these behind the back shots of Harry and Meghan. There's so many others, whether it's their wedding, and others where they just have each other's back, and just and I love that they show that they show their love, and they're not hiding it behind closed doors or anything. They're just being themselves, and I love that. And many others are like, they have damaged and ruined our narrative, but you know what, good. Good. But I love it. And for those of us in fashion, not me, I'm not, these were their fashions yesterday. I mean, hey, that black dress is something, man. Oh my goodness. And, look at Harry's walk in the first photo. I mean, look at his face. And this was the first time we saw them yesterday. Look at that face. Look at I mean, look at Harry. He's like strutting. The man is strutting on his birthday. And it's just, I'm telling you, he is having a great time. And I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for them. Him with his family, enjoying his birthday. And, kudos to them. the middle shot obviously was the final one, but yeah, yesterday. So totally not in order here, but that's okay. And Pierre, Harry, and Meghan. This dog is. I look at this dog, and this dog is like the dog is like laughing. I'm like, this dog it also looks like saying, "Wow, Harry and Meghan are hugging me." And I could just imagine Sussex squad, any Sussex squad, replace any Sussex squad with this little puppy, and this is us right there. And of course, the puppy's like, well, since you're hugging me and all, you might as well rub my tummy. I love it. I love the expression on this dog's face. It's like, what? I absolutely love it. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, there were so many kids, and there have been so many kids at the games. And I know local schools, they've brought local schools that's come in and they've been supporting. There's a video that I'm going to also post on our community page of kids literally running behind Harry and Meghan because they use like a cart to go from place to place because they are all over the place greeting people. So they have a cart sort of transporting them from place to place around the stadium. And there's a photo of these teens literally running after the cart. And it's just like, it's kind of like you think of rock stars, that kids were chasing after, but they were amazing. Harry and Meghan were coming out of the archery yesterday, and oh my goodness, the amount of people that were waiting for them and screaming for them, it was amazing. So it's just like rock stars at the games. But these kids are so amazing, and I'm so happy that these teenagers, Harry and Meghan's focus a lot have been on the next generation. These teenagers meeting her and her prioritizing them to, just even just to take a selfie and be there and just let them know that she sees them. It means so much. And so it's just really wonderful. And there's an area where there was a video and I could not find the video. It's somewhere in my bookmarks and I have to find it. But where there's an area there where the public could go and try out different, the different sports that are being played, whether it's wheelchair basketball or sitting volleyball or the archery and all of those things that they can go. So I thought that was a great idea to get the public to see what the and be able to feel and experience what the athletes are feeling and experience. So it's wonderful. Invictus Australia tweeted it like it's some wholesome content for your weekend. 350 plus people cheering from Meadowy Primary School, cheering on Team Australia as they continue their Invictus journey. And so the tons of these kids from schools nearby come, and they've all seemed to be having a great time, cheering and being a part of the games, plus they get out of school. So, they come and do something fun. And then it opens them up to seeing a different way of life and how other people live. For example, the Invictus community, they get to see people, no matter what their disabilities or abilities, or no matter what they've gone through, these kids are from this young age are being acclimated to that. There are people without limbs, and there are people, but look at what amazing things that they are doing, even without, all the limbs or all the, mentally all there, or not mentally all there, but having mental challenges or having whatever it is that, when you see the basketball or the volleyball or the rugby, and it's just like amazing things you would never thought. And so they're opening up these kids now. So this generation, when they come up, stuff like that wouldn't be weird to them. It wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, gawking at people. It would be normal, and it's sad that it has to be normal, because you want everyone to have their everything, like all their limbs and all of those things. But this is the world we live in. And so this generation is going to come up being so emotionally intelligent. And so this is what I really, really love about them. And so, and also, notice they all have their cameras out. So they're going to be tweeting and putting all this stuff on TikTok, which also amplifies the games. So this is where you're bringing the next generation in to really embrace the games. And so all of these kids, I'm sure, with all of their photos and videos and all of this thing is on social media somewhere. And it is wonderful for them, wonderful for the games as well, when you get the younger generation involved in it. And oh, I just love this. This is Casper Home. As you remember, Casper, who was in the Heart of Invictus, and he is the one with the invisible wounds, where he, for a while, he couldn't even be around his kids, and so he actually won a medal. I think he won a silver medal as well, and it was just like him and Harry there, and then. Excuse me, him and Harry just really, and all the other teammates, including a Brit, all celebrating their medals. And so it is just really, really wonderful to see him again win another medal. Like, yeah. I'm telling you, Team Nigeria displaying both of their medals. They won a bronze and a silver medal. I'm sorry, a gold and a bronze medal. I also thought they won a silver. Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought they had also won a silver, but again, I guess I'm wrong. And so who could forget these games and this wonderful Nigerian community, the love, the laughter, the fun, the dance, the heart, the humanity. I mean, Nigeria, oh my goodness, I love you. I love you all. And there's Harry and Meghan with their Nigerian brothers, sisters, aunties, and uncles. And I just love it. I love it. So Oki is actually, one of the captain of the team. He says, congratulations to Nigeria medalists at the Invictus Games, gold, Peacemaker Azubalam, and bronze, Dazi Goza. Your incredible achievement, the source of pride and inspiration. So I think just about every team won a medal, I think. But so these are Team Nigeria's medals. Again, they are newbies. They are babies to the game. So their first games, and so we look forward to see them in 2025 in Vancouver. Um, and last episode, I think I had mentioned this girl Frankie, and I wasn't sure the backstory of this and why, because she was came to compete for her for the rowing, and she was the only athlete there, so her whole team decided to row with her as she rowed, and I wasn't sure why that was and how that happened. And so I found out later, as Peter Lawless saying, in his tweet, he says, when you're the only one in your category, but your whole team comes out to row you home, this is the Invictus spirit. Huge chapeau, Team GB or Great Britain. And so she rowed, and I don't think she didn't win a medal, I don't think. But what happened, I wasn't sure what the backstory was, and it turns out she entered so many different competition that by the time she was finished, she won. By the time she got there to compete for the rowing, she had gotten there late because she was doing one of the other events, and so she got there late. And so they, because of, it's not that she was, she was didn't just show up, is that she entered in so many different competitions that she was at another event, and then by the time she got over to get to, raced over to get to this, she had missed the time, so they allowed her to go anyway, and so that's why she was alone. And then the whole GB team rode with her, and they all celebrated with her and everything. And it turned out, if you on BBC One, if you're in the UK and you've seen this, on BBC One they featured her story, and so a little clip about the story. She talks about, 1 minute you're fine, you have these dreams, and then the next minute you basically can't walk. And so she is in a wheelchair here, so she cannot walk. And she talked about how Invictus has saved her life, how everything about who she is now is about Invictus and what it has done for her life. And it is just the thing that, because she said she feels like a failure, like she gave up, and she's like, no, but I'm not. I didn't give up. And so there were have tissues because she was crying. And it means Invictus Games means so much to her. It is what has given her life right now. And so if you're in the UK, one of our UK squaddies, and you see it, let us know. I mean, I'm gonna try to find it on YouTube as well, but I'm in the US, so we don't have access to BBC One. It's only in the UK. And so, yeah, but wonderful story. Congratulations. And apparently she entered probably more tournaments than anyone on the team. And she entered all these different tournaments, and she's been doing great. And so kudos to her. So they featured her on the show a couple of days ago. So definitely if you're in the UK, and then please if you've seen it, let us know. Come on and the show and talk about it, because I'd love to hear all that she has to say, and hopefully one day they'll release it on YouTube or something so everyone could see Frankie's story. Oh my goodness. It's so funny with this game. A lot of us were in the chat watching this live yesterday. And oh my word, what a game, what a match this was between Colombia and Poland. I'm telling you, Team Colombia they won a ton of medals, man. They should be so proud of themselves, and I'm sure that they are. They were amazing. It went to 3 sets, and eventually Poland, they had like 3 match points in this game, and then Colombia came right back to tie it. And then, I mean, they were so far ahead of Colombia, and Colombia just will not die. They would not give up. And it's so funny watching the pictures of Harry and Meghan in the bottom. It was just like, look at their faces. And everybody's face was like, oh my gosh. Meghan couldn't believe it. And at one point she could not look. It got so tense. The match got so tense. It was amazing. And so it was so fun watching it with a lot of you online on YouTube. We were all in the chat like, oh my gosh. Of course, we're rooting for Colombia. It was just absolutely, absolutely fantastic. I mean, I am just like blown away at the level of competition, blown away at Team Colombia. Of course, Team Poland is the defending champ. They won it in the Hague last year. And I was hoping the US would have won it, but the US got knocked out in the quarterfinals. I think UK was in the UK was in the bronze medal match. I think they got knocked out. I think Georgia got the bronze medal. But oh my goodness, it's so funny. It's so funny. The bottom left picture, Nikki was so tense. He's like, it looks like he's squeezing his daughter. It was just like, oh my gosh. It was like amazing. Look at Harry. Harry's like, yeah, Meghan couldn't look. She's like, I can't look. I can't look. It was so tense. And it was so fun being in the chat with all of you guys yesterday. I was like, yes. But congratulations, Team Poland. They played amazing. And it was the perfect way to end this championship with. I mean, I know Colombia would be a bit disappointed that they didn't win, but Lord, they played amazing. They played amazing. Congratulations on your medals, and of course, Harry and Meghan gave out the medals to the gold winners, the gold medal winners, and obviously those part of the gold medalists is what Misan the photos that we saw in Misan's photos were part Harry and Meghan giving out the gold medals to Team Poland after this games. But it's so wonderful to seeing just the love and camaraderie of all of them, Team Poland and Team Colombia. They're all there together with Harry and Meghan taking the photos. I absolutely love this. And it's like the whole team, the coaching and all of them, they all got medals because again, the teams can't get there on their own. They, all their coaches and handlers and managers, all of them are there to make these teams great. And they all did such an incredible job. So kudos to Team Poland, Team Colombia, and all the teams that participated in the games. Goodness, it was fantastic. So yeah. What else? Oh, I was saying that Yulia the other day, the last episode that, and I wasn't 100% sure because I was like, I'm sure that was Yulia or Tyra Paevska from the Ukraine that won a silver medal in freestyle. And yes, she did. And I was looking on the website and yes, she did. And today, which will be in the next episode, she also won another medal in archery. I think she won gold in archery. And so Meghan and Harry were there presenting her with the award. And so it's absolutely fantastic. The archery, as we can see, this is today's event, Saturday events. Archery is, going on and they are doing the team competition and individuals. And so they, singles and team competition today. It might be done by now. And also the closing ceremony is tonight. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we're at the closing ceremony already. This is amazing. Today, I don't know what we're going to do with ourselves. Again, we went through the same withdrawals from The Hague. Everybody was tweeting about their withdrawals, including all the Invictus, all the teams and their defense departments were all tweeting about how the withdrawals is horrible. Because you're so used to having the games and having the excitement of the games. So the withdrawals is amazingly. So, but I will catch you all at the closing ceremony. I'll be in the chat when I post this, but then I'll definitely be, chat with you at the closing ceremony. I'm like, I can't believe we're there already. But anyways, that's it. I obviously bring more updates for those of you who haven't seen it yet. So I'll be bringing you. There's so many more pictures and stuff that I have not had a chance to bring on here. So I will bring on as many, and I'm sure our other Darren and Duchess of Success have a whole lot of others. So between all of us, I'm sure you're getting all the different angles of the games. So that is wonderful for the Swati. The more Swatis, the more the merrier. People talking about this, and I just think is, the more of us are bringing these games and stuff, then the more people will find out and get to know this. So wonderful stuff. So thank you guys. When I drop this in the chat, thank you so much, Lydia, Church, Nelly, Karen M, Cookies and Cream and Black Queen, all of you for just amazing, just taking care of the chat and making sure we're nice and safe. Thank you for your incredible, incredible work. Thank you so much to all of our 2 Cents crew who support the chat, support the podcast, and also to our Gold Star supporters. Thank you all so very much. So, for supporting, whether again thanks, super stickers, super chat, all the ways you support, I appreciate it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'll catch you in the chat, and I'll also catch you in the chat when we are all watching the closing ceremony today. So I love you all, and I will chat with you later. Bye, everybody. See you.